Namaste, konnichiwa, bonjour, ni hao, swatika, varakkam, ciao, hola, privyr, and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you in the new session of Delhi Ikebana International for this year. As we close the doors to the past and open the doors to the future, we take a deep breath and walk through, hoping for a brighter and a safer tomorrow. Like Lord Buddha once said, no matter how hard the past, we can always begin again. And on this positive thought, we herald the new session of Ikebana with infused energy and enthusiasm. To begin our new program for this year, actually our first program for this year, we have demonstrating for us Sensei Yumiko Tsunakawa from Canada. Sensei Yumiko is an extremely talented and gifted Ikebana teacher of the Sugetsu school. She holds a Rigi degree and has coached more than 1,000 arrangements throughout the world. Before we begin our program and infuse ourselves with the unique styles and inspiring arrangements of Sensei Yumiko, I would like to call upon Madam Chikage Suzuki, wife of the Ambassador of Japan to India, and Madam Miho Okawara, President Ikebana International Headquarters Tokyo, to kindly say a few words. Thank you.
Namaskar. It's been a while. I'm happy that the Ikebana Society in India resumes its activity. I myself haven't done Ikebana yet, but the other day I just put flowers from the garden in the room and felt that made the room lively. It's about time for me to start doing some Ikebana. Thinking of Ikebana lovers in India, I guess I've always been stimulated by their energy and passion. In fact, here in Delhi, I've learned and realized the various aspects of Ikebana. It's like meditation, philosophy, so on. Today, I'm excited about joining the demonstration Essential of Ikebana by Tsunakawa Sensei. I'm looking forward to seeing Sensei's artwork. Namaskar.
Hello, my name is Miho Okawara, International President of Ikebana International. And I've been so worried about the situation in your area. And how have you been? And my thoughts and prayers have been always with you and all the members in daily chapters. And today, in the middle of rainy season here in Tokyo, but just today it is so sunny, which means even sunshine is celebrating the situation like this. And thank you very much for organizing these sessions, Nina-san, as always. And Kinuka Sensei, thank you very much for accepting this assignment as a demonstrator. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you at Ikebana today. And now I can see some past international president, Padi-san, and also the first Vice President, Ms. Sakata-san, being nominated as our next president. And I trust she can do anything much better than me after my presidency is over this coming September. Anyhow, I do wish all of you here good health and happiness and prosperity. Thank you.
I would like to take this opportunity and extend a special welcome to two of our guests who are joining us from Ecuador and Japan. One is Mrs. Siori Noda. She is the wife of the former ambassador of Japan to Ecuador. And we have Mrs. Saori Suzuki, who is also from the Embassy of Japan of Ecuador. And a very warm welcome. We really appreciate all of you joining us because we do understand that it is 1:30, 2 o'clock, midnight for all of you, and it's afternoon for us. So a very, very special thank you for all of you to join us. Over to you, Nico-san.
Thank you very much, the Nina-san. Thank you so much for everybody that coming here. I'd like to start the I like to say thank you to everybody for the being here, and despite all the time difference and the technology did the great things that to unite us together. I'm going to start the talk the little bit about um, the essence of Ikebana. It won't take long time. I will not going to make you bored. Okay, so today what I like to talk is the essence of Ikebana. What make Ikebana what make Ikebana the flower arrangement Ikebana? What's the difference if somebody who never practiced Ikebana that came to get a bunch of flowers and then put it in a vase, or if you do it, the who are practicing Ikebana and then put it in the vase, what is the difference? We wanted to I like to go through with you that what makes Ikebana Ikebana. Yes, in Japan, there are 1,000 to 2,000 different Ikebana schools. But if you look at Ikebana, if you look at the Ikebana, doesn't matter who made this, you will recognize as Ikebana arrangement. And what is the uniqueness of Ikebana arrangement? And then what makes today I like to go through what makes Ikebana looks like Ikebana, and then to better understanding the Ikebana, when you practice, we can make better Ikebana. So the planet. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the number one is the asymmetry. Symmetry is the same as left and right, right? But the asymmetry, left and right, it's a different, different. It's like, you know, the one is higher, one is lower, the one is shorter, one is longer. That's what it is. So asymmetry is the key concept for Ikebana. And of course, there are Ikebana which are symmetrical. Especially like sockets, we were making just a round, and then everything is very the symmetrical. But majority of the Ikebana in general are asymmetrical. So the balance created asymmetrically is an important characteristic of Ikebana. So number one essence of Ikebana is the asymmetry. I don't see myself on on the screen, so I don't know if I'm showing myself properly, but assuming that you see me, that what I'm saying. Okay, I see Miho-san's face.
Yumiko-san, we see you, don't worry. And your
okay,
PowerPoint
okay.
on the main screen, you are on a smaller screen on the side.
Okay, good. Yes, okay, great. Number two, simplicity. The being simple doesn't mean that you don't use anything, or you don't use only one thing, or you can use only one thing. But I'm talking about the concept of simplicity. So being simple means giving every single element an important role. So every single stem you go there, you put there, it's gonna be the essential, and then that gave a gives a great tension among the elements and make Ikebana very content. So this is just a concept. It's not like, you know, the physically, the how many stems are simple Ikebana. That you can use to make this list. You can use just the one rose, or you can use 100 roses. But simple concept of the simplicity is make Ikebana the more powerful. So that's the number 2, simplicity. Okay, number 3, the next one. That is the movement. Movement in Ikebana. When you look at the Ikebana, you can feel the dynamic movement, or a strong movement, or a subtle movement. But in either case, having a certain flow in Ikebana is essential. So if it's very stagnant, when you look at that, you wanted to feel more movement. So movement is also the essential component of Ikebana. And the next one is number 4. Structures. In other words, frameworks or skeletons. How the structures are composed is a key component in Ikebana. Sometimes, like, we grab our plants and then we don't know what to do. Then that structure doesn't come out in your mind. If the right structure comes out to your mind, you grab your plant and then you can create immediately. So there is the structure, how to create the structure, which means like all over. You wanted to create the triangle, or you want to create tall and then the rectangular shape, or you want to create on a sideways, or you want to create to see the Ikebana. It's like how the all over the structure is. It's very important. Okay, number 5. Next one. So next one is the positive space and the negative space. So positive space, the space where materials. I say materials because in Soviets we also use all kind of the unconventional material, which is not plants, not vases. So anyway, where the material is there, it's a positive space. Then the negative space, the space around and between the materials. And so balancing of the positive and negative space is critical and essential in Ikebana. When I started to teach, I realized that how most of the students, if I take out some the plants, it immediately looks better. And then from that also, like, I realized how important of the negative space. Respecting negative space is as important as that respecting positive space. And like even in the music world, Mozart said, the music is not in the note, but in the silence between. So without silence, between music doesn't exist. For Ikebana, without right negative space, the Ikebana doesn't talk to you. Okay, so this is the all over essence of Ikebana: asymmetry, simplicity, the movement, structures, positive and negative space. Saying that, the most important essence is, of course, it's you. And then your passion for Ikebana and your happiness to create Ikebana. That's the most important essence of Ikebana. So this is my small talk about the essence of Ikebana. I didn't dig into too much, but I hope you get, that's okay. So this is that's my memo. Okay, so no need to show. Sorry, Esther. So this is my talk. So if if you have any question, we can. I'll be happy to talk about.
Okay, Yumiko-san, they want to if you could kind of repeat the slide 3 again. You could maybe just talk about the slide 3 again.
Oh, sure. From where? From the beginning? I can do it.
Yeah, okay, just repeat it because somebody has missed it. Yeah.
Oh, from the movement?
Yes.
Or okay. Movement in Ikebana, it could be dynamic, strong, or subtle movement, or almost you don't feel any movement, but important things, you have whatever degrees of the movement, you have a certain kind of the flow in Ikebana is essential. The feel of stagnant, it doesn't give the sense of Ikebana, and then the attractive Ikebana is always have some kind of, most of, I shouldn't say always, but the most of the time, some kind of the movement, some kind of the flow.
Okay, somebody wants to find out, can you give them some examples of the negative spaces? Because it is hard for them to kind of recognize and identify negative spaces. So give them examples.
Example, okay. I have a lot of the Ikebana photo on the, okay, but I don't know how to show it. Sorry. Can
Miyo-san, just talk about it.
Can you show my okay, the negative space and the positive space is the positive space is the place, it has the flowers, the plants, the branches, the whatever. And then the negative space is in between. It's how much distance in the two branches that spaces, there's nothing, is the negative space. So how much that you take negative space among the positive space is that is the important balance. Is it clear? The spacing of the positive space and negative space, it's the important things. Nina-san, is it possible to show your poster that you made for me?
Okay, that poster. Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment.
It has the My Ikebana. So
okay, give me a moment.
Sure. So that is the significance of the Ikebana most of the time. Of course, there are some Ikebana, but especially I guess in Soviets, like the everything is content and then not much space. But if you look at the element inside, there are space in between. So it always the balance of the negative space and positive space. It's the very important.
Okay, one is also people want to know how do you pick up the choice of material, of combining them together?
Okay, you see the two barks, the standing, and then there is a space in between. Okay, two barks standing, two barks, that part is the positive space. In between, there is the empty space. That is the negative space. Okay, if you look at the left side, the left side of the bark, and then the kali willow is floating in the air on the left. So the bark on the left side, and then the willow on the floating in between, there is a space. That is the negative space. So if you look at this one, you can see that there is enough negative space and then among the positive space. So balancing of the negative space and the positive space is very important. That's this is the explanation of negative space and positive space. Imagine if I put two together for this Ikebana. Oh, thank you. See, imagine now it's, oh, thank you so much, Nina-san and Pranay. We can see very well now. So the space in between two barks standing, and then that is the negative space. Okay, if you look at the left side, the kali willow, it's floating in the air. And then at the bottom, there is the maple leaf. And then you see the empty space. I shouldn't say empty, but there's a space between kali willows and maple leaves. That is a negative space. So if you look at the entire structure, I created almost triangle. If you look at from the left bottom, there is a maple leaf. Right bottom, there's another small bark, and that is the bottom of the triangle. And then going to the top, there is a triangle. If you look at the top of the bark, there's the top of the bark. It's going to make a triangle, and then the inside of the triangle, I put enough negative space to give more positive space, more efficient. Hope this explanation make you more clear.
Yes, thank you so much, Yumiko-san. Yumiko-san, should we now proceed to the demonstration?
Sure. If there's any more, is there more question about my presentation?
No, if they at the moment not yet, not anymore. In case there are more, I shall read them out again.
Okay, great.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, then before the demonstration, I like to thank you to the Saori Suzuki-san, from Japanese embassy. She gave me an honor to create this demonstration for embassy. And then also I like to thank you to the Nina-san, she has been organizing this so professionally, and then it has been so nice to work with her, and she does everything. It's such a ease, and I really appreciate. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that this is my first time that I had such a limited source of the plants, limited source of the materials to create the demonstration. I have been creating a lot of demonstration in many different places. Every demonstration, every Ikebana, I use the different the materials, the plants and conventional, the vases. But this time, because of the pandemic, source is very limited. So if you could understand the situation, I would appreciate it.
Thank you.
Today, I'm going to create Ikebana using 2 flat vases. These flat vases called Siba, and I'm going to use a device called Kenzan spiked flower holder. Today, I have a very beautiful flower. It's called Caesalpinia paricarima. It has another name is Pride of Barbados or peacock flower. It has a beautiful flower, beans, leaves, and then branch. So today I'm going to use by itself. So I'm going to cut my branch this angle. This branch and then the other flower is supposed to cut in the water, but today I'm going to skip that part to make my time shorter. Once you cut properly, you can make your branch stay the way you want. This is what I want, and then it's good standing like this. I have another one, and it's also the big and nice. So this one I'm gonna make it this way. Another peacock flower, it's like it has a little bit of the beans, and then I'm gonna just use this beans. See, I'm gonna cut a little bit. Sometimes it's good to make it less, sometimes it's good to make it as it is. So this time I'm gonna cut a little bit, and then push in, and then go like this. Oops. So, and I have one more low flower. I'll put it here, and then it's just the hanging low above on the table. So this is my Ikebana using 2 seiban. I'm going to create simple Ikebana, just leaves and the flower, 1 flower. I have this beautiful leaf. It's called the yucca tree. So just push in, standing nicely. And then I have another one. It's a slightly shorter than this one. I like to make like this, standing. And then another one is, I'm gonna cut a little bit. And make it stand. So you see the 3 leaves standing nicely on the deep base. It's called Suiban. And then I'm gonna put one flower that is hibiscus. It's so beautiful, but it doesn't last long. That's the sad part of this. So I will combine with this leaf. And I'm going to put a little bit of more leaf. Maybe this one, maybe this one. So, as I mentioned, I'm supposed to cut in the water, but just to save the time, I'm going to cut in the air. So I like to go this way. Yes. So this is my simple Ikebana. This time, I'm going to create Ikebana using unconventional material. Unconventional material is man-made material. So I will combine the plants and the unconventional material. So this Ikebana is a gift from Mother Nature and the unconventional material. First, I have this beautiful gift from the nature. Nature has amazing the power, and then always when I walk outside, I always find something very interesting. So this sculpture, it's so beautiful, and I couldn't just let it go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play a little bit to make it even better. Okay, so this is what I want. I'm going to just cut this part a little bit. And put it here. And then even make it more stable. Okay. So it has a nice movement and with the beautiful carved lines. And today, my choice of unconventional material is this. This is made of aluminum, and it's very flexible and easy to handle. You can cut it the length you want with the scissors. So combining like this, and I'll put one more. So I like to make it, this part is more stable. So I'll put it under the suiban, and then I want it to go this way. Wire also has its own the intention, own will, so you have to respect. But at the same time, I wanted to do create a shape that I have it in my mind. So just negotiation with the will of wire and then myself. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna just trim the bottom. All right, so this has the great combination with nature and the unconventional material. I like to add one more thing from this tree, and then I take only the leaf like this. It's called neem tree, and then combining like this, and then I make it round and tied. So I have already have this one, and then I'm gonna put it here. So this is the combination of the gift from Mother Nature and the unconventional material. This time, I'm going to create a Ikebana emphasizing lines. Neem tree has such a beautiful line, so I'm going to use this line to create Ikebana. So the focal point is lines. Beautiful curvature. It's going to be good to here. So several curvature, you see, and then, well, this is too much leaf, so I'm going to just keep taking the lots of leaf, and then I like to emphasize just the lines. I'm gonna cut from here. I don't know if you can see it. And then what I wanted to take off most of the leaf. Just one or two leaves on each branch. Sorry, that's to emphasize the line, I'd like to make it almost named. So which one I keep, that's the fun to decide which one I keep. That's the fun of Ikebana. Depending on what you're gonna keep, your Ikebana is gonna be so different. I'm gonna cut this one. No, this one. I'd like to take this one out. So I will take most of the leaf. Sometimes it's good to keep the older leaf. Sometimes it's good to take off most of the leaves. So each one has the different movement, and then the combination is create the ikebana that can focusing on lines. So this is how it looks like, and then I'm going to add some the flowers to emphasize. Emphasize the line. I'm using, I have been doing demonstration so many times, and every single ikebana I always use different materials, but because of the pandemic I had to use more than the same kind of plant more than once, and I hope you understand the situation. So this is emphasizing the line, and then each branch has only one or two the two leaves. This time I'm going to use two nagere to create the ikebana. Nagere is the tall vase like this, and then you don't use Kenzan spiked flower holder. Today I have the branch like this. It's called neem tree, and then I have already took out this part, and then I wanted to put it this way. Okay, just you keep bending any branch. If you bend properly, and then if you cut properly, you can get the shape and the angle you want. I'm gonna put this one this way. This is what I want. It's tall, and then they have at the edge you have a bunch of leaves. That's how I want. And then the second one, I have a little bit more the thicker one, and then I'm gonna just create, and then the bend a little bit. Put it here. So this one is like, one coming from up, the other one coming from lower, and the flowers, I like to put along to this line, and then the other one is I like to put this one a little bit far away from the leaf. And then I like to put this one to here. So this is the using two nagere and then the tall ikebana. I'm going to create the ikebana using tall vase. It's called Nagere, and today I have a very beautiful, strong the branch. So this branch we can put in many different ways, but today I'm gonna put almost upside down. So I put the extension to hold in tall vase properly. So I like to go this way. Thanks to the extension, it stayed so nicely. So now you can see the strong line coming up, going up, and then going down. So what I like to do is I like to have a strong flower for this. Bougainvillea. And I like to put a little bit more bougainvillea. I have 2 more, and I like to put this one like this. So I'm going to just cut out. As I mentioned in the other the demonstration, supposed to cut in the water, but to make our time shorter, I will cut it in the air. Sorry for that. There's a beautiful bougainvillea, and almost done. Now I'd like to put, this is from Pride of Barbados, or the peacock flower. I showed it in the other video. So this is the hot bean part, and I'm gonna just put it here to make it a little bit of the green. So this is using a tall vase with strong line. Hope you like it.
I would like to thank Sensei Yumiko Tsunakawa for giving us the most amazing and fantastic demonstration and talk. I'm sure that her arrangements have inspired all of us, and we have all learned a lot. I would also like to thank Madam Chikage Suzuki and Madam Miho Okawara, all international and national chapter heads, Ikebana enthusiasts, and our dear members who have joined us today and have always helped us and increased our celebrations. Thank you all of us. Stay safe and healthy until next time. Thank you.